Hey guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to continue Trema, the Earth Lord. How are we doing today? Hope we are doing well. Today we're going to read Chapter 7, Trema's Lair. Elena unslung her bow from her shoulder and plucked an arrow out of her quiver. The wolf was struggling to free himself from the slime, but he was too firmly trapped. The slime was like glue. Silver couldn't run away from the beast, but he snarled and showed his teeth as Trema loomed over him. Tom let the saddlebag fall, raised his sword, and raced across the cavern. As he ran, Elena's arrows zipped past him, rebounding from Trema's shell. The beast's head thrust to and fro, and he swiveled around to face Elena. Tom slipped past unnoticed. Well done, Elena, Tom thought. Keep him distracted. Leaping over Trema's tail, Tom drew close to Silver, making sure that he didn't tread in the slime. Don't worry, boy, he muttered. I'll soon get you free. Silver whined a welcome as Tom stooped down and swept his sword through the glowing green slime. Under the wolf's feet, Silver gave a tremendous heave and managed to pull himself free. Here, boy, here! Here, boy, over here! Elena shouted. As Silver ran over to her, Trema saw that the wolf was free. Swinging around, he spotted Tom and let out a furious roar. Slime drooled from his rows of sharp teeth. Here's Trema about to face Tom. Focus. There we are. Here's Trema about to face Tom. Come on, fight! Tom yelled, stepping forward. Tom swung his sword at Trema, but the beast was swift despite his long, clumsy body. He scuttled out of the way before Tom could land a blow. Tom followed him, but it was hard to get close without treading in the slime that oozed out of the beast and made a sticky trap all around him. Trema reared up, clutching at Tom with 4 of his front claws. Tom swung his shield up to defend himself, and the claws scraped over its surface. Tom swung his shield up to defend himself, but the claws scraped over its surface. The blow jarred Tom's injured hand. He cried out, only just managing to hold onto his shield. Then one of Trema's legs reached around the shield and grabbed Tom by the ankle. Its touch was cold and slimy. Tom let out a yell of alarm as the beast hauled him into the air, dangling him upside down. Then with a flick, he flipped him upside down. Upright. Tom twisted in the beast's grip, lashing out with his sword. But the blade bounced harmlessly off the beast's shiny blue shell. And here's Trema lifting Tom up into the air. Trema's head hovered over Tom, his mouth gaping, ready to engulf him. Tom's heart thumped with fear. Is this the end of my quest? Tom! Helena cried out. She was still shooting her arrows at the beast, but they bounced off and fell to the ground. Silver bounded forward, letting out defiant yelps, but was unable to reach Tom because of the pool of slime surrounding Trema. Desperately, Tom twisted his head around and sank his teeth into Trema's leg, wincing at the bitter taste. He shuddered as he heard the crack of the beast's shell breaking. Trema let out a high-pitched shriek and dropped Tom, who put out his arms to save himself. He landed on the cavern floor with a thud, his injured hand striking the ground. He choked back a cry of pain and clambered stiffly to his feet. Trema had slumped to the floor, his injured leg twitching. But Tom knew he wouldn't stay like that for long. A minor wound wouldn't stop this fearsome beast. Here's another image of Tom and Elena fighting the beast, fighting Trema. He choked back a cry of pain and clambered stiffly to his feet. Trema had slumped to the floor, his injured leg twitching, but Tom knew he wouldn't stay like that for long. A minor wound wouldn't stop this fearsome beast. Tom, Elena called, shooting another arrow from her bow. Trema's shell is too thick. Swords and arrows aren't any use. We have to think of something. The slime, Tom thought. That has to be the key to defeating Trema. But how can I use it? He swung his shield around as Trema scuttled towards him again. Ooh, excuse me. Reaching out with his legs, fending off the grabbing claws, Tom looked around. There didn't seem to be any kind of weapon in the cavern that he could use against the beast. In desperation, Tom scrambled back for the saddlebag and brought his mirror out. Angling it around the cave so that the reflection of light darted from spot to spot. This has to help, he thought. Otherwise, why have I been given this prize? Suddenly, a thin column of smoke began to rise into the air. Peering closer, Tom could see that a spot on the cave wall was being burnt, away by the reflected light from the mirror. The rock wall crumbled away to the ground, revealing a snow-white patch of color. Crystals sparkled in the dim light, and Tom carefully put out a hand to the glimmering white cave wall. Holding his fingers to his mouth, he tasted. Salt! He cried, as Trema's claws battered against his shield. A plan flashed into Tom's mind. If I can lure Trema over to the wall, the salt could dry up his slime. He called to Elena. It might work, Elena shouted. We've got to try. Yes, it might work, Tom thought. Though a cold shiver of fear ran through him. But the only way I can coax Trema over there is by using myself as bait. And that was chapter 7. Trema's Lair. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed chapter 7. Trema's Lair. And I also hope you... Has it not been focused the entire time? Oh well. It has not been focused the entire time, my goodness. Whenever I read, I don't know what the camera is doing, so I hope it doesn't get out of focus or it doesn't stop recording. I have to hope, because I can't really look up from the book while reading. So it's kind of tough to know, and I kind of have to hope that it doesn't stop recording. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this chapter of Trema the Earth Lord, and I will see you next week, I think. Is it Thursday? Yeah. I'll see you guys next week when I'll be continuing Trema the Earth Lord with chapter 8, Buried Alive. So, hope you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell if you guys are interested in more Beast Quest videos, and more great Dragon Book entries. I've been working on the next one, so I might have it next week, but not guaranteed. Not guaranteed if I have the next dragon ready for next week. But yeah, hope you guys like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.